With one event left to go at the 2025 PokerGO Cup, the final tables are becoming all-star games. Hall of Fame legend Erik Seidel is back. Event 5 winner Sergio Aido is back. Two-time US Poker Open champion David Peters is here, as well as four-time GPI Female Player of the Year, Kristen Foxen. So pull up a front row seat and grab your popcorn. And with that, we welcome you back to Las Vegas, Nevada. This is the PokerGO Cup presented by Monkey Tilt. Two final tables remain as we move towards crowning a series champion with coverage of event number 7, a $15,000 buy-in. Jeff Platt alongside Brent Hanks as we welcome you inside the PokerGO studio. And Brent, this table is just loaded with some of the top names in the game.
You said popcorn at the top of the show.
Yes, I did.
I love popcorn almost as much as I love my uncle, Erik Seidel, the Hall of Famer.
And the 10-time bracelet winner. Still time for Sergio Aido to make a real run at this thing. Aido won event number 5 for $255,000. And Brent, it's Kristen Foxen's third cash of this year's Cup.
Absolute superstar, and I knew she would make a final table before her husband, Alex
Oh, you
would.
did say that, didn't you? As we look at the leaderboard presented by Monkey Tilt, some work for Kristen Foxen and Erik Wasserson to do. Seidel is the chip leader. Patrick Leonard is in second. Fareed Jattin is in third. David Peters also at this final table, the two-time USPO Series champion. We take a look at the payouts presented by Octopi. Seventh place, $51,600. About a $13K pay jump to kick things off. Aido can make the biggest move. Seidel could move into the top 5 here. The race is still open. Eric Blair acquired a cash in this event. He finished in 10th place. So he's oh so close to Joey Weissman.
Wow, Blair making that run
Yes,
on day one. That'd be a painful way to go. Knocking on the door for the series title, potentially.
30K, 60K, a 60K big blind ante. Still a lot left to be decided.
I don't know what that shirt is that Seidel is wearing, but I want it.
Free Jattin, a lot of fun to watch. Out of Colombia, lives in Miami. One aggressive player. He is fierce, intimidating. He at least intimidates me.
Yeah, I mean, physically, of course. Look at him. Not messing with this guy.
He lost with ace jack.
We got problems. Was, one of our shorter stacks and only 15 big blinds up against that fierce and aggressive opponent. Absolute trouble hand and trouble spot. This is genuine pain for Was. What am I doing here? What can I do?
Raise 280.
Small 3-bet to 280K. Rest of the field cleared. How to proceed with the ace-queen. Swass started the hand with about 15 bigs.
Ace-queen just seems like way too good of a hand for Fareed to get away from. It does look strong though, right?
Sure.
Was 3-betting off of 15 bigs rather than just moving all in.
Time extension used for an additional 30 seconds to act.
Is Was able to get away from this if Jattin does shove it home?
Just calls here. 710K in the pot.
Already a fascinating hand developing between both.
Lost 655K behind. 7-6-3, couple diamonds, Fareed with the ace of diamonds.
idea really the history between these two players. Of course, battling all of day one. How does Farid perceive Was in these spots? Does he think he's really tight? Is he really aggro and loose? We just don't know. If Wasserson can find a shove, he can force the best hand potentially to fold, or maybe even just this type of bet sizing. Could it get the job done?
175.
175,000.
Tell you what, if Farid didn't have the ace of diamonds, I think maybe we can fold, but it's a pretty important card. The way Was is playing this, he's just begging for action. It looks like a monster.
It does indeed. But to your point, and just too good. Jattin continues. More than $1 million in the middle. The turn is the 9 of spades.
I think it's really hard for Was to think that Farid can have a hand like ace-queen. He possesses ace-jack himself. Wouldn't he expect ace-queen or ace-king to maybe just move it all in pre?
So true.
So now you're concerned, all right, what am I up against? Is he trapping me? Am I just dead? Or could he ever peel with a hand like king-queen that contained 1 diamond? And if that's the case, maybe we have showdown value with ace-jack high. This is a very interesting development.
It's the 8 of diamonds. Pulls off on the river.
Remember, Farid's got that ace of diamonds. If he wants to, he can just jam it home in his mind as a bluff. Trying to represent what might be a flush.
All in.
Rips it in there. Snap fold. And the Colombian acquires the first pot of the day.
That was quite a hand. Farid
On
probably
so many
thinks he was
different levels.
folding out a hand like ace-king, right? A
Right,
better
right.
hand, and he had to turn ace-queen into a bluff.
Pretty bluff at that. Good start for Farid in his second cash of the cup. Look at the chip denominations presented by Splash Sports. Blues 5Ks, purples 25,000, yellow bumblebees 100K apiece.
I would love to get inside the mind of Patrick Leonard. Pads, one of the most outspoken, well-spoken players really in the world, who can break down all sorts of these scenarios and paint a picture as to what's right, what's wrong, what's happening. Pads, do me a favor. After the show, will you just take a look at that hand and post about it? Thanks,
I'm
man.
sure he will.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Pads didn't want to paint any pictures before play, said no to the interview.
What?
Can you believe that?
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Why would he decline?
Raise 135.
I mean, as you see, he's wearing a decent amount of green. That doesn't go well with the green screen. Maybe a bit of an ordeal to change things, but yeah, he's just
Was that a
politely
topic
passed.
of conversation? Like, hey, we're gonna.
I
need
didn't
you
talk to him. I didn't talk to him.
Oh, okay. Huh. So you didn't even do the interviews?
No, I did the interviews, but Liz was out there, our fantastic floor director,
Uh-huh. All right.
getting the players lined up for the next one.
Yeah. Wow.
What is it, man?
Doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would decline an interview, unless he just didn't
Right.
like the guy giving the interview.
Well, I don't think. He probably just didn't know who he was with.
Lucky water. Watch out.
Eight bigs and the king queen.
All in.
All in.
It all goes in.
All right, Was. You're back.
Good throw.
You know, 10 bigs. You're fine.
Flamingo in the chat. Jeff, what happened with Sam Laskowitz's girlfriend? Did she have a baby? I'm not 100% sure she's had the baby yet. Now, late last night, Sam Laskowitz was in this tournament when his significant other, Melissa, was going into labor. So he left the tournament. He was blinded out and managed to finish in 8th place for $51,600. When he left the tournament, they had not made the money yet. And he laddered all the way up to 8th.
Wow.
Some baby run good right off the bat.
Well, if we get the good news, we'll certainly update the chat. But, you know, maybe a little personal for their first child. Probably not texting you and I just to let us know.
Well, sure, but it's not as personal now as we've talked about it every day.
Well, no, but I just mean like the update. Yeah, baby boy, here he is.
Gotcha,
you know,
gotcha.
He arrived 3 minutes ago. Just wanted to update you, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't gotten
let
personal
the fans
texts.
know.
Yeah.
Maybe talk to the family first. Just a thought.
Fair.
That's unbelievable. All the way up to 8th place. Might be a better result in 8th had he, you know, stuck
If he
around.
stayed, he might have put it off.
Got 10th or 11th.
Yeah.
How many were left exactly when he departed? Do you know?
Yeah, 13 made the money. I want to say around 15 or 16.
That's amazing.
445.
This is what we talk about with the aggressive nature. Jattin. We're looking for Eats Bio Board presented by GPI THM, #1 in Columbia's all-time money list.
Big-time baseball player, collegiately at Florida International University. I believe the mascot for Florida International, are they the Owls?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Or no, what's Florida Atlantic?
Oh, I think
I
am
Florida
confusing
International
them.
is the Panthers, maybe?
I think you're right. What a blunder.
It's a shame there's no way to look these things up.
I refuse to use Google. I'm paranoid. You never know who's watching me on Google. No free ads. Bill Gates.
Sure, Google really needs the PGT
No,
advertisement
listen,
deal.
they want to pay for it. They can get it. No more talking about Google, Jeff. Not for free. I just hope you're ready, pal. You and I have got a very long day ahead of us.
Why? What are we doing?
Well, we're going to do this final table.
Yeah.
Then we're going to take a little break.
Okay.
Then we're going to come back tonight for the circus. You and I are in.
No, the circus
Day
is Donnie and Remco.
one
Fool.
coverage. Well,
No.
we're just substitutes for the circus.
It's Donnie and look at David Peters' bio board presented by GPI THM. Dad life now for David Peters. Says it's the best thing that's ever happened to him. I think Haley's in the chat. Supporting Mr. Peters.
I don't, you know, the new look, the shaggy look
Yeah,
for DP.
shaggy DP.
It reminds me of somebody. I can't quite put a face to it.
Raise 120.
I love it, by the way.
Me too.
Shaggy, grungy.
He lost the 7s. That's the shortest stack. Just lets it go.
That's a different kind of was. I would have expected him to just get it in there as the shortest stack with 2 7s.
Pat's the 6-4 suited. Pat's had a wild day one. Looked like he was almost out. Then got it in with ace-8 against Dan Smith's ace-king. Found the 8 ball.
Never a doubt.
Just ran it up from there.
Yeah.
Jack 9 deuce with
Okay.
1 diamond, 1 club.
I can see it, sort of an Ed Sheeran
Yeah.
100,000.
Haley says he needs a haircut.
look-alike. What is running through the mind of Pats? 6 high, 6-4 of diamonds, backdoor straight flush draw. We know how aggressive he is in creative post. Is this a kind of hand he'll go nuts with or just out? Now
But
we're-
thought about it, I'm sure.
Yeah, sick and twisted puppy.
That one, though, goes to Peters. Good start to this final table for him. 9 PGT major wins. That's first all time. Steven Chidwick has 7. 9! 5 of them coming at the USPO, 2 Poker Masters wins, 2 PokerGO Cup wins, both coming last year. He finished 2nd overall in the series standings.
Statistically, the best to have ever done it on the
Yeah.
PGT is David Peters. Been a minute since we've had him at a final table. It's
Absolute
nice to have him
superstar.
back.
Went 0 for the first 6. We talked to him a little bit before this final table about confidence. His confidence has not wavered, despite the cold streak. Still a pretty small sample size.
He still got it, Jeff.
He's still got it. I told him you were critical of his play in events 1 through 6.
Is that right?
Said he'll discuss specifics with you later.
Okay,
It's
all right.
Farida's 2 kings.
Is that right?
Raise 125.
Peters the 9-5 suited.
Well, me personally, there's no way I'm throwing the suited 9-5 into the muck, but Peters is a great player,
Yes, he is.
and he will fold correctly.
Yes,
I
he
don't
is.
have the discipline.
No. No,
I
you do
need to
not.
see if I can flop a straight flush. The dolly part, is that what they call it? The 9-5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the summary of event number 7, 86 entries. We mentioned the Laskowitz bust out in 8th. Cowboy Dan out in 9th. Nick Schulman, by the way, finishing in 12th, the first player in PokerGO Cup history to cash in 4 consecutive events.
Wow. Wow.
It's quite the feat. In the
It's
5th
almost
edition
like he's one
cup.
of the greatest players of all time, Nick Schulman.
Pads on the button, the 7-4 suited, no thanks. A lot of waiting out to Wasserson.
Tide is right. Pads actually said it once in a broadcast years ago. Folding makes money.
Yes, it does.
Sam Laskowitz was a great example. Just leave
Yeah.
the tournament. Made you a lot of money.
51K. Pair of 5s for Peters.
$60,000.
Sergio not quite done.
Call.
Yeah, he wants to take a look at a little turn. See what develops with some texture.
Does see the 8 of spades. Does acquire the gutter. that are available as well now for Peters.
Yeah, it sort of puts Peters in a strange spot. Concerning card. Not necessarily worried about a hand like 6-7 when we've got a 6. Certainly now an opportunity to pot control. I don't believe he's ever going to just check fold 6-5. But what does Sergio dial up? Does he want to go bet no matter what hits that river?
Well, he wants to bet here, and
225.
225,000 is that bet. Pretty sizable.
Setting up what could be a pot size shove no matter what. Disco David Peters knows all of this.
Call.
And he does make the call. And he does river a straight.
Well, he sure has. And this could be a problem for Sergio. He will have no choice but to turn that queen 9 into a bluff.
And that 9 in hand perhaps makes it look like a somewhat attractive bluff.
Absolutely. That 9-10 would make the nut straight. And if Sergio thinks he's targeting just one pair, Jack X, maybe a hand like Ace-5 that could have limped and check called turn.
Time bank used for an additional 30 seconds to act. The final table dynamics make it extra interesting.
Yeah, Wass only has
yeah.
480,000.
Perhaps that influenced the sizing here on the river.
400,000.
I think you're totally right, Jeff. He rather than potentially eliminate himself with this bluff, he's just going to try and look like he's begging for a call, betting 400K. Decision time for Peters. Do we play for all of it? Do we just call? Are we concerned about a hand like 9-6 or 9-10? Tell you one thing, he's never folding.
Right.
It's a matter of should we raise all in or just call.
All in.
Does indeed want the rest. Aido's hand quickly into the muck. And David Peters has worked his way in a third, which is bad news for the rest of this final table.
How come, Jeff?
Because he's very good.
Ah. What is he, #1 all time on the PGT leaderboard as far as cashes are concerned? And final tables?
Probably so.
Huh.
It's a little weird with PGT because, for example, the majors accomplishments in 2017, 2018, 2019 weren't quite a part of the PGT.
All
so
right.
the stats are a little bit skewed.
Can we just conclude that he's one of the best?
Yes, I mean in his 9 PGT
Ever.
majors wins
Yeah.
showcase that. Technically a 7 win since we started the PGT, but that's just a technicality.
No one cares about technicalities unless you're a lawyer.
Right.
Yeah. There he is.
Wearing the Larson's fish market hat again.
What is on the wrist? Is that one of those whoops?
It's not a whoop, but it looks like something similar.
Similar device?
Seidel 21st on the PGT leaderboard. Finished in 3rd place in event number 2. And you remember him saying, this is a really fun final table.
Oh, yeah.
So we asked him how big of a poker fan he was nowadays. He says it's all about it, that he loves it, like loves watching almost as much as he loves playing.
Mainly our broadcasts?
Didn't mention anything about us specifically. Don't think he's a big fan of our commentary.
Really?
But it's good to have him here.
Well, he's not going to learn anything from us.
That's true.
But he might giggle.
Yeah. Seidel flops a 6.
I think now, well, maybe after this hand, we'll make a request, Jeff.
Okay.
I'll hold just in case we have something spectacular on the horizon. You really never know with Fareed. Might bulldoze his way to a winner with Jack Deuce of spades.
At 75K.
Call.
Seidel calls.
10 seconds.
Check.
Turn king of diamonds.
Check.
Check, check. Or another 8.
Check.
I can't fathom Fareed still trying to win this pot. After betting flop, getting called, going check, check on the turn, is he really going to tell a believable story with just Jack Deuce? You know Seidel has at least a 5, 6, maybe a sneaky little 8 ball.
I think it's that.
Yeah, just
Yeah, you have to
give
I
up.
think you have to be here. By
that's
the time.
wise.
Yeah.
He was getting called.
One for Seidel to re-extend his chip lead. 10-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner. 6 career PokerGO Cup cashes.
And now, Jeffrey,
Yes.
my request for everybody tuning in, and we thank everyone.
Yes,
no
thank
matter
you so
where you
much.
are, whether it's Pluto, Sling, Freebie, Tubi, PokerGo, and our very own YouTube channel right here on PokerGo. Click that thumbs up. We have got to hit. If you want Jeff and I on the call tonight for the
You need to ramp it
25K
up, yeah.
day 1 coverage, we need to have 600 thumbs up, likes, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, tell your family, tell anyone that'll listen to just start clicking that button right here, right now.
It starts at 10 p.m.
It's a late one.
Pacific. So I'm going to say 650.
You're going 650.
650 on
You're
the
taking.
likes.
I just want 600. If you say 650,
I mean, it's oh,
binding a lot like this all in for Sergio Aido.
pads opens to 125K with the king queen suited. Aido jams with the ace 10.
Should have stayed an extra 30 seconds. 295, no? 295?
295.
Pads will make the call, and here we go. 740K in the pot. Aido back to about 12 bigs. The ace 10 can hold. Slight favorite versus pads.
Hard for him to be dead on the flop. Pretty tough.
Yeah.
9-10 jack would be pretty good.
Ace of clubs in the window. Ace 6-3, 3 to the royal.
Well, hit the royal pads. Make a highlight reel.
You bet.
Oh, wow.
The turn is a
For me, not for you.
queen.
Yeah, the running queen's trick or the running king-queen
Absolutely.
trick ought to
Any,
do the
like,
trick
big picture
as well. How many
things
times
like
can I say
fun,
trick?
whatever.
8.
No tricks on the river. Aido finds a double up.
It's actually pretty tough for me to do that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were pretty dead.
Alright, good now, like,
Some good turns.
whenever you flop something, I kind of have something.
Yeah, true.
One more tournament after this
I
wraps
didn't know
up.
if I was suited or not.
Say again?
I didn't
Ah,
know
you
that.
didn't know, yeah?
I knew I'd black king
Okay.
queen, yeah.
Good to know.
That was a good surprise.
Raise 120.
Peters opens to 120. Seidel has 2 8s in the cutoff. Chip leader will make the call. Ace, ace 5. That's all Peters.
Momentarily problematic for Seidel. And of course, I say that as we can see the obvious. His hand is getting crushed by ace-jack. But these types of boards, whenever it comes ace, ace, X, you start to automatically think, oh, maybe my opponent doesn't
Yeah.
have one. You talk yourself into a call with pocket eights.
130.
What's the price being laid? 130K. Seidel really thinking about this. If he had the 8 of diamonds, he's for sure calling. I don't even know if he can necessarily give up on the turn with 2 pair. But let's watch and learn from the great one.
Who does make the call. River King of Clubs.
That's a great card for Seidel. Horrible card for Peters because I don't think he's going to get another street. But
Yeah,
for Seidel,
savior for
yeah,
Seidel.
Seidel just makes it a very easy fold now on the turn. I think.
Let's find out.
$450.
450,000.
The only way I could see Seidel talking himself into this is thinking, all right, well, he's never betting 450K with a river king.
Right.
So
Slow down.
it's an ace or it's a flush, and there is the fold.
Good fold at that, and David Peters takes the chip lead for the first time today. Ah yes, No Gamble, No Future returns on February 25th. We have a double episode to kick things off. It is exclusively on PokerGo. Use that promo code CUP25 for $20 off your first year of a new annual sub. That is Phil Locke, Antonio Spandiari, Jen Tilly. The band is back together on No Gamble, No Future.
Yes, they are. Boy,
It's a great season ahead.
It's hard to even believe that we did that.
I know.
You know, that actually happened,
Yeah.
Jeff.
Raise 120.
You and I, we've really come a long ways.
We
buddy.
have. I was just thinking that when we were at the No Gamble, No Future tapings. And we were both talking with the Antonius Fandiara and Phil Locke, and they pretended they liked us,
Well, I'll
which
tell
is
you
so
what,
cool.
I'm going to pretend that Farid loves ace king suited and
just-
that Peters loves 2 queens. We
just
might
do it.
see a massive one.
Let's just do it from the top. Peters opens with 2 queens to 120K. Farid with the ace king suited.
How does he
Flicks in
just
the
call? No 3-bet.
Oh, interesting.
I thought we might see a chip lead pot and that we had a stone cold cooler on our hands. How does Farid just know? Of course, it's exercising perfect pot control, the ICM awareness. He does not want to put himself at risk. Remains
But
under
if you
wraps.
were to rewind at this point, yes, now he would have liked to get it in with ace king versus
yes,
queens.
but you know, it's including ace king suited with your calling range is so deceptive.
Very disguised hand here.
And you and I have seen him just explode in hands. You know, you give him ace king suited, you just think, okay, well,
Yeah,
we're all
it's going in. Yeah.
Such a tricky, talented player. Wow, and checking
And
back
trick here.
too.
Oh, and turning another ace, to your earlier point, becomes less believable to your opponent.
Yeah, I mean, Godspeed, David Peters. Good luck not losing a healthy amount of
Yeah.
chips. Now with that turn card.
Now you figure some chips start to get into the middle.
It's amazing he didn't feel like he should just value bet the turn right here, right now. Instead, continuing to display pot control. Someone's got to bet.
110.
That bet is 110,000. Certainly won't lose Peters as a customer here. River is a 3.
I know it's a one-liner to a straight, but I don't think that Farid ever has any sort of four. Maybe pocket fours he would call, but even that seems like a potential just fold pre-flop. Meaning that when Farid does bet, and I don't think he's concerned about a 4 from David Peters, I think that just makes Peters a very tough decision to call. You don't love it, but the hand's simply too good. Can Farid be value betting worse? A hand like 2 10s or 2 jacks? And absolutely he can be bluffing.
Sure. Peters does make the call, can't blame him. Perhaps we'll be surprised to see this. Strength of that hand as Farid Jattin assumes the role as chip leader. The walk-ins to the studio, Aido's used to this one. Won an event a couple days ago here. There's Farid. Ready to rock and roll. Pats in the mix.
Rise and shine.
Coffee in hand. David Peters back once again.
All business.
Seidel after taking a picture
Hold
with
on.
the
What was that? Who did he take a photo with
walking
there?
in. Well, they wanted to take a photo with him.
Ah,
Here comes Kristen Foxen. Bit of a late arrival. She makes it on time.
I'm used to seeing her with the iced coffee in hand.
She had no time.
Wow. Huffing and puffing.
Her and Alex sometimes get here right at tip-off. How about that, Seidel? Just a man that, you know, everybody knows Seidel.
Man of the people. Oh, man. What a shot.
Raise 125.
I still can't get over that hand a moment ago between Farid and David Peters. If Farid had just 3-bet pre,
Lines are up.
I mean, the money could have
Yeah,
gotten
I
in.
think it's just short stacks be
and
damned.
Peters
you know,
could be
our
out.
hands are too good.
Yeah. I don't know if David would have 4-bet the queens. He may have just called a 3-bet with 2 queens given the shorter stacks. I don't know. Moving on. Again, who cares? But, you know, that one was a fun one, Joe.
Farid could pass the $10 million mark in career live tournament earnings. With a win today, that win would be worth more than $348,000. Told us he has the utmost respect for his opponents, that he absolutely loves coming here so he can battle against the best. Pat's on the button with 3s.
Well, he's got crabs. What do you do with them? Is he thinking about just ripping? What? I don't know.
Awas is so short.
Yeah, he's looking at something. Maybe rolling high or
Folding
low
makes
and what
money,
to
like
do.
you said earlier. Now Peters can just go max pressure versus Aido, right? And here it is.
Full raise. I wanted to see the flop.
Yeah, Aido says, hey, you just open button. I can get in there with the 7-6
I
suited.
wanted to see the flop. It's
Ask,
good. Too much.
ask her. She may still let you see it.
David Peters, first cash to the cup this year. 7th
How
overall.
much to get you out? How much for you to fold?
All in.
'65th on the PGT leaderboard is David Peters. I mean, let's get it together.
Where did he finish last year? Was it 5th? Did I see that right? I might be off with his overall finish in 2024, but yeah, get it together, D-Peats.
Well, you're usually pretty spot on, man. I'm sure this can't be too wrong.
I just assume he's top 5 every year.
It's a safe assumption.
It's tough though, you know. He just had a baby. He and Haley. You don't get to play a lot
was-
of poker.
He was 84th last year.
84th. 84th. Didn't even qualify for the championship.
You nailed that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Great read as always.
Man.
84th. Well, the year before he must have been top 5, right?
Let's see.
Has he ever been top 5?
In 2023.
Yeah.
He was 80th.
Yeah, exactly. Spot on read. So 65 then's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a vast improvement. Okay, you must have been thinking about 2022.
Had to be the year of the Mallards.
He was 43rd.
Right. Yeah, so never. He's just been knocking on the door of top
Right, that's
five.
true. He was 9th in 2021.
That's the
for
year
sure.
I remember.
Yep,
Yeah.
nailed that one.
I like your jack.
Thank you.
Great timing for the PGT graphic to pop up on screen.
Oh, man.
You shop expensive.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Jackets are good investments.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's certain pieces to go. With
You
certain
wear them all
pieces
the
not
time.
to. Yeah.
I didn't know jackets were good investments. I don't even own a jacket.
Well, you got enough hoodies that you don't really need one.
Right. Just wear a
Taking my
hoodie a
jacket
day.
off
Keeps
right
the
now.
jacket away.
Shop.pokergo.com for some hoodies.
Now back in Buffalo, where I'm from, you gotta wear
Yeah.
jackets there, Jeff.
More like coats.
or like 3 hoodies at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah, Haley in the chat is spot on. David Peters, 2 PokerGo Cup wins. Not good enough for the series championship last year. Ended up
Crazy.
losing to Jonathan Little.
Crazy.
Won the final event of the series.
It's also he won 2 titles in a major and finished 84th. God, how hard is it to
Right,
get
right.
points?
Now, keep in mind, baby, in 2024.
I mean, these guys are good.
yeah.
Wins
Probably
2
didn't
events
put
and
in the
doesn't even
volume.
finish qualify for the championship. Wow. Well, so much for me trying to qualify this year.
Right. You're going to give it a go.
Yep.
Ace-Jack, good enough. Let's see if Was has anything. He has the 4 deuce suited and just a couple
This
bigs.
is bad.
It's not good, Was.
Whatever. I guess I call.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You're
call.
live.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
live. You're fine, man. To make a straight flush.
180K in the pot.
Yeah.
Good.
It's a spade. Decent card.
Prefer probably not to see the ace of spades. Oh boy.
Jack in the window. 4 behind it, keeping some hope.
Got life. A little mallard on the river.
That is where they like to reside.
It is.
Not a great turn card.
Gonna need the 4 on the river now. Sailboats also love the river, Jeff.
That's true. Don't get up just yet, Mr. Wasserson.
Good luck.
Okay.
You should
Yeah, can leave.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Good game to Eric Wasserson.
Frustrating. He had a bunch of bad spots.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do.
Reed had his lucky jacket on.
Coming off a WSOP bracelet win at WSOP Paradise.
And I'm guessing
on
he
Mixed
won the
Games
last
Championship.
longer
Sounds
against
like
Keith
it.
That's
Lear
right,
for
there
this
you
event,
go.
so he probably did just fine.
Some extra cash for popcorn out at 7. Look at the leaderboard brought to you by Monkey Tilt as Farid starts to pull away from the rest of the field. He's at about 3.7 million. Peters and Seidel effectively tied for second. Pads and Foxen been a little card dead since we started play. Sergio Aido is our shortest stack. The 2025 PokerGO Cup is presented by Monkey
Yeah.
Tilt.
I could see that.
What did I miss?
What a comeback.
When
You
did
had one big
Was
one. Yeah, that's crazy.
become nicknamed Popcorn?
I feel like that's a Negranu nickname. So during Negranu's World Series of Poker vlogs, Was would always come into the trailer and eat popcorn, and then the nickname just kind of
Never lose hope.
stuck. He's popcorn.
It's true.
You had one
Said
big
never
one.
lose hope.
Wow.
Or I'm wrong and completely made that up. Aido all in with the Queen Jack suited. Read the ace-5 suited. Does ask for a count. It's about 7 bigs. Time bank used. Starting to build quite the castle in front of them, by the way. He'll pass. That's a little Foxen.
King Jack.
Clubs, yeah.
Wow. King Jack. Yeah, King Jack.
Means Foxen is now the shortest stack.
He knows too. That's why he shows.
That's why he shows.
He's so good. He knows your hand and he wants to rub it in. That's great.
That's to throw the needle, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. He's my friend.
Farina's been taking this thing over early on.
There's
35% of the chips.
35
Clearly the chip leader.
Foxen ace-7 suited. Looks like it's go time.
Yep.
All in.
All of it pads with the 8-5 off.
Does not qualify.
Sure. Full 60, full 65.
I don't think.
Make sure I don't make something so late. 10 seconds. Double up.
Yeah, face it.
Kristen Foxen, more than $9 million career tournament earnings, has a Poker Masters title on her resume.
No. Ace-7 suited.
Wow, you tricked me. I didn't really.
Look at the overall PGT leaderboard. Finds Foxen in third. With a second place or better, she moves into first.
I think this year is the year that Kristen Foxen wins the main event.
Wins the main.
The main.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well,
last year had a chance.
with Helmuth out of contention too.
Right.
Kind of opens the door.
Now she's a clear favorite.
Did make quite the run, finished in 13th at the World Series
It's like
of
the
Poker main
whole
event.
world was
Yeah.
pulling for her to win.
Imagine the pressure that you
I know,
must have
it's
felt in that moment.
Crazy. If she ever lets you interview her again, you should ask her
No,
about
we're
that.
good. We're good now. We good. I get interviews up until registration closes. So as long as she can still keep blasting off the bullets, I can talk to her.
Right.
A lot of people are saying, had she allowed me to talk to her during the run, she would have won the main.
Is that right?
Yeah.
A lot of people have said that, huh?
I mean, she talked to me before her amazing run on No Gamble, No Future Cash to the Titans, which we would encourage you to watch on PokerGo, especially that final hand.
Well, she is excellently elegant. This is the year.
I love it.
Might just win it all. The PGT Championship,
Could do it.
Player of the Year,
Yeah.
main event,
Yeah.
the World Series.
And now she has Ace King.
Speak it into existence.
About 8 big blinds.
All in.
All goes in. Pads has Ace Queen on the button.
Oh man, this is really brutal one for Pads. Gonna need a count. 7 bigs or so for Chrissy. Pads right around that 16 big blind. This is really gross for Leonard. If she had King, Queen, or Ace, Jack, would she move all in over top of an open? I think so. And there's the call. Oh, I don't know if that's going to stand.
It won't matter anyways because Fareed's out of the way.
Right.
And here we go.
Same hand.
Foxen Ace King. Pads with Ace Queen. 1.6 million in the middle.
Something else.
625. Was that
Wouldn't be my.
625.
Foxen in great shape to get back up to about 20 bigs. Well, Pat said he'd be fine with the same hand by the time it's all said and done, and chop outs do become available. Turn is a 9. Chop it up with a 9 or a deuce. A queen eliminates Foxen. River is a 5, and Kristen Foxen finds a double up.
She is her.
Damn right.
And here she comes. Moving on up.
Tough spot for Pads, and now he's down to 700,000.
$540.
Siete.
You 750. 750.
Siete.
7.
We welcome in a large audience to today's stream. Make sure if you're on our YouTube channel, click that thumbs up. We got to get to 650.
650.
And Jeff and I will be back tonight on this channel to bring you day one coverage of the final event, the 25K. It's going to be a late start, but we will do it
All
as
the heavy
long
hitters.
as we get the support from the chat.
We expect to see all of these players jump into the 25K.
Oh, yeah, the grand finale. We're going to have fireworks,
We
too.
could even crown a PokerGo Cup winner tonight. That's possible.
Possible, yes. Wait, does that mean you'll just head out there on stage and award the
I
cup?
think we'll wait for the presentation till tomorrow. Aido jams in the small blind with the
Oh.
9-6 suited. Seidel calls with King 3, and here we go. Aido, the slight underdog, looks to get back up to almost 15 bigs.
I don't know. Do I want to? Sure.
Side 9-6 for her.
Okay. Sure.
Jack, Jack, 8. No real help to the Spaniard.
Do you think you're lucky or unlucky?
Well, I'm just getting insurance.
Okay. Okay.
Emotional insurance.
Sure. Ah, there we go.
Turn is a 4. 26K pay jump next in line for everybody else unless Aido finds a 9 or a 6. And he rivers a 6.
Should have made it 1,000.
Staying alive.
You started
100
throwing
didn't
time
do
back,
it.
too.
Took me time.
You thought it was
time to realize.
If Aido can somehow find a win here today, he becomes a very serious contender in that final event. The quest for the
Yeah.
cup.
How much would you take?
Be at
I
533
do 1,000.
points.
Yeah. I do 1,000.
Just about 50 behind Joey Weissman.
And I'm trying to restrain myself, but how could he do that to Uncle Erik?
Disrespectful,
It
really,
is
to
to
a
the
Poker
Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I love his shirt too. You know, it's very literal and figurative, meaning he's surrounded by aliens whenever he plays poker.
That's what it means.
Uh-huh.
Got
I
it.
looked it up.
Action on pads. He has the ace-9. He is the shortest stack. He's in for most of it.
Say 450. Raise 450.
Well, Peters was watching intently for that reason. He's got a very good hand, especially against pads.
That's 7 exactly.
7 exactly.
Yeah.
King Queen can dominate some of the hands that pads would be shoving. That's a pretty tight discipline fold, and wow, did he avoid it potentially.
Sergio Aido has 2 10s on the button.
All in.
He will get the chips in, and here we go. Seidel and Farid are out of the way.
Good luck.
Ace-9 for pads, 10s for Aido. 1.6 million in the middle. Can Aido continue the spin up? Or will pads find a way? And perhaps pads will find a way as he flops an ace.
No. Don't look at don't. None of these games. It's okay. David had ace-10 off. We're good.
The turn is a queen. Now all of a sudden just 2 outs to eliminate Leonard. And the river is an 8. The roller coaster ride in this tournament continues for pads.
75.
Unbustable.
Don't see him too often in the PokerGO studio. Decided to come out for the cup.
Now hold on.
Clearly one of the best online players in the world.
I will
The best.
tell you why we're seeing a lot of pads in
Please.
the studio, because he did play the kickoff
Yes, he
events
did.
in that series.
Did very well.
He has recently moved to Las Vegas.
Vegas.
He lives here. We're going to see a lot of pads in all of the PGT events.
No.
His new home away from home, the PokerGO studio.
It's great to hear. Had a 6th, the 1st, and a 7th at the PGT kickoff. New look at the leaderboard, brought to you by Monkey Tilt. Aido goes back to shortest stack status. Seidel now in 5th. Kristen and pads effectively tied for third. Peters in second. For Jattin in first. Still anybody's ball game.
A lot of pads fans in the chat. A lot of Chrissy fans in the chat. But they haven't clicked that thumbs up yet,
Gotta
Jeff.
get there.
We gotta hit 600.
You want day one of the 25K.
We want to show you free coverage here on our YouTube channel and everywhere else that we broadcast live for free.
2 sevens for Sergio Aido.
See if his roller coaster will continue.
Foxen asks for a count. Has king queen. Does make the call, and here we go once more. Another all-in featuring Sergio Aido. He's flipping against Kristen Foxen for his tournament life. Eight, 5-5. Clean flop for the sevens. Clean turn for the sevens as well.
Unbustable. Everybody.
Unless a king or a queen arrives on the river. Okay, you said it.
Yeah,
Unbustable.
No, they're all unbustable today. We're going to be here a while.
Settle in. Maybe we'll just stay here
Yeah,
until
the
day
coverage
one.
tonight might not actually happen because we'll still be on air.
There's a double up for Sergio Aido.
I like the Spaniard. Keep him around.
Me too.
He's always smiling.
He was in Vegas visiting his girlfriend. Said, you know what? Maybe I'll play at the Cup.
Is there a second purple stack back there? Sorry.
Told us it'd mean a lot to him to win a series championship.
I should have 1.4.
I love getting, you know, Farid in here, Sergio, pads, because they want to come here. They want to play in the studio. They want to battle against the best of the best.
Of course.
Record turnouts throughout this PokerGO Cup. $86 entries in this one, a prize pool of about $1.3 million. Now our chip leader has the king jack on the button. Grip and rip, and Foxen has 2 kings.
Hello.
What a spot for Kristen Foxen.
All in.
And here we go. Foxen just in fantastic shape here. 2.3 million in the middle. Never know.
No, I know.
What's
I think I
happening?
know.
8-7-4 looks pretty good for the 2 kings.
Unbustable. Yeah, that's as clean as it gets. There are some sick and twisted runouts, but we're trying to fade that, right, Jeff?
It is indeed a brand new ball game right now. As Kristen Foxen, after that double up, will effectively be tied for the chip lead. She has the oh-so-slight chip lead over for Jattin and David Peters.
pretty insane to be six-handed and our chip leader to have roughly 28 big blinds. That's relatively unheard of.
We mentioned it earlier, Foxen card dead to start the day. Was down to 6 or 7 big blinds or so.
Yeah, well, she
Just
is her.
Never give up, that's right. I'm gonna steal that line, by the way, if she does win, if that's okay with you.
I don't blame you. Great line. Great player.
If she does win, do I say Kristen Foxen is her or she is her? What do you think? What do you guys think in the chat?
She is her. Kristen Foxen, winner of event number 7 here at the PokerGO Cup. How do you want to deliver that?
No, that was good.
You kind of like that, the cadence?
Kristen, no, and she is
her. Yeah,
Yeah,
just like
okay.
that.
A lot of pressure building now if she does win. Right back to work for the Colombian, but Foxen with chips all of a sudden becomes super dangerous. See her intently eyeing for Reed's stack. And will go to work immediately with the chip lead. The small 3-bet to 380,000.
Pounce. I mean, I can't look away from Fareed.
Yeah.
You just never know. If he unleashes the wild 4-bets, does not. Out of the way.
Pounce and get it through for the 4-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner.
Starting to see a little separation for Foxen.
She finished in 14th in event 2, 9th in event 4. So we take a look at her bio board presented by GPI THM. Guess I should say 5-time bracelet winner, huh?
Well, yeah.
That's 5. One of the online ones snuck
Yeah.
past me.
Crazy, right?
That's fucking crazy.
Married to Alex, Poker's power couple.
Cowboy Dan got them like 3 times
That was insane.
yesterday. Yeah. It's crazy.
Are you manifesting the 3rd time here?
I might. I'm gonna save it actually. Not yet.
She's saving it. She's so greedy. Hold.
I pay 1,050,000.
Queen 10 for Peters, glancing over to Aido's stack.
All in.
Winner.
believe event number 8, the 25K, is just about to get underway inside the studio in real time. We'll keep an eye on that. PGT.com, live reporting, updates. Then we'll kind of know and get a feel for the lay of the land for our broadcast later this evening, showcasing that day one. And we will play it right down to the final table. Jeff, did you bring a sleeping bag?
Might need one, huh?
Yeah, we're not going anywhere. We're going to sleep in here tonight, wake right up, and do the final table tomorrow after coverage tonight. Kristen Foxen goes back to work.
The ace-9. Seidel, 10-8. Flicks in the call versus the chip leader. Six, 4, 3, couple spades. Foxen bets, Seidel folds. Foxen perhaps starts to pull away from the field.
How many hands do we want?
Many as possible. All right. Let's see if I do better.
Oh, that's the wrong one. It must be that one. See that one is full.
Oops, sorry.
3 hands left in this level, says Tournament Director Paul Campbell. They draw for a number of hands with about 5 minutes left in the level.
Do you have 8, Sergio?
9. Or maybe. $8.50.
So that with Queen 10, about 15 bigs.
Are we taking a break in 5? Yeah. Okay. Paul, are we doing a break in 5? A break in 5 minutes?
In 2 hands.
Or in, yes, perfect, okay. I will chug my fluids, thank you.
It'll be a shorter break for us, just FYI.
Yeah, about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the key, is
Give or
timing
take.
it correctly.
You know what I might do tonight for our circus act? Assuming, of course, that our fans on YouTube eclipse the 600 like mark.
650.
650. So
650.
keep clicking that thumbs up. We want to bring you free coverage tonight.
At 1 a.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific of the 25K. But yes, go ahead.
Maybe we bring in some stragglers off the streets or those who have been eliminated
For
that
sure.
are in the studio.
Get that third headset
Get
working.
a guest in here, join us
Have
for the
some
circus.
fun.
Right.
Have a couple cocktails.
I mean, there's no rules for the circus.
No rules. Doesn't have to go to television. It's just
We're going
free
to
reign.
go bananas
Oh my
in here.
goodness.
Wow, this could be something else. We
This
might
could be the
actually-
end.
I might swear.
Wouldn't advise.
Probably not. Yeah, it's not classy.
Yeah.
But I've never been classy to begin with.
Oh, it's crazy.
I'll be
Changes
naughty.
in any
Oh
second.
boy.
Very late at night.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I
that's
mean,
on me.
What
You know,
better than busting a 25K and getting to come in here and talk with us about it? The
Right.
players are going to love it.
at like 1 in the morning. Why go home when you can just hop right in here and relive the agony?
Peters, ace queen.
Raise 175.
Foxen, queen 10. Finds the fold, which is really interesting. As she perhaps, just speculating, recognizing Peters has to be a bit tight opening into Foxen's big blind when Foxen is chip leader and some short stacks linger.
Right? A hand that probably won't even make the cut.
Right? It's
But I'm
fascinating.
glad you pointed it out, Jeffrey. By the way, I'll point this out. We hit 650 without
oh my goodness,
a
great
doubt.
job by y'all.
Without it, the circus is back. You and I are gonna take charge tonight.
Yeah. Keeps
It's, yeah, I'm excited for it.
Couple of ringleaders.
Yeah,
Is that what you call them?
Well,
that's what we call Remco and Donnie. Yeah.
Either or. Okay.
I might even talk foreign.
You might talk foreign. What does that mean?
Free Jattin.
Oh, like
Oh.
Remco.
Couple of fours.
Remco, how are you doing in the Play PokerGO Cup free roll?
Playing the other one right now. The chip leader. Because of sailboats.
Can I see how much
Like
you-
free Jattin.
Thank you.
Who limps on the button with 2 4s. Foxen ace 3.
I like this. A little change of pace. Minimum 1 blind, just limp. Oftentimes it does just go call or call check. But Kristen might jump on this. Attack and exploit, saying there's no way you just limp with a good hand. I've got ace 3. I can apply a ton of pressure. Let's find out.
All in?
That is the max
Wow.
pressure route.
That is so strong.
Some fantastic awareness being displayed, and that means that Kristen Foxen takes the chip lead into
gonna go
break, extends it as well. She's up to more than 3 million in chips. As we look at the leaderboard presented by Monkey Tilt, Foxen in first, David Peters in second, Fareed and Pads third and fourth, Erik Seidel in fifth, Sergio Aido the shortest stack. We are still 6-handed at event number 7 of the 2025 PokerGO Cup.
Looking for poker that's fun and free? Play PokerGO brings you authentic poker action. No bots, gimmicks, just players like you from all over the world. Jump straight into a ring game or test your skills at a tournament against real competition. With Play PokerGO, every hand feels like the real deal. Find Play PokerGO on web, iOS, and Android. Join the fun. Sign up for free. Play PokerGO.
Aces for Stanley makes it 15,000. Airball called, and here's the flop. All clubs. How about that, Nicky?
This is bad for Stanley. Does have that ace of clubs working, though. Let's see.
Hey, ace king for Sammy.
Well, thank you, because I was
makes
just
it
about to make a very
10,400.
My schedule is going to be very
AJ, you getting that feeling I'm getting?
I sure am.
Oh wow, you're gonna travel back and forth? It's a lot of travel.
Yeah, I know. I hate it.
You have things you need
Roble
to do in
makes it
Japan.
35,000.
They might be getting it in pre.
It certainly looks like that.
They have a lot of history all season. They've been scrapping.
Oh, okay.
He just said 150, AJ.
All right. There it is. Sammy. I love this guy. Good time, Sammy.
And so is it your room or are you like?
These guys have been going at it, you know, with not the best
So you just
cards, but now they're loaded.
you play with everybody.
So someone's going to get hurt.
Bow's been broken.
Never play or,
Exactly.
you know, once, I don't know, like once in a year, like that. Maybe, you do like a meetup game or something. No. Yeah.
Rubble nervous here, or?
I think this is more acting, posturing a bit.
I get you. I mean, Robles got way the best of it.
All in.
All in.
How much you have?
500.
Once or twice?
No problem. Right in.
Ace king. Yeah.
Look at that pot. 981,000 and change.
No, I think it's yours. Always another
Stop it.
No. Twice, yeah. Twice.
Buckle up.
Please, poker gods. Please.
Why have you forsaken
This is your
me?
friend Andrew. Please, yes. Why have you forsaken me? It's your old pal. Remember me? We had so many good times together. One more good time. One more good time, please.
By the way, note Sammy's
First
genuinely
board.
laughing.
Yeah.
King of diamonds. Erik, the king of diamonds.
You can get the king
Please,
if you
king
put
of
a jack and a
diamonds.
queen with it.
Oh, Sammy.
Okay.
Welcome back to the PokerGO studio, back to the 2025 PokerGO Cup. It's final table coverage of event number 7, a $15,000 buy-in. The penultimate event of this series, and it still has 6 left. 2 of us in the broadcast booth. Jeff Platt alongside Brent Hanks and Brent. It's been the Kristen Foxen show of late.
On the rise, the chip lead pulling away, and all playing for that prize at the top.
Of $348,300. That look at the payouts presented by Octopi. The next pay jump worth about $26,000. Blinds are up 50K, 100K, 100,000. Big blind ante. Queen 5 off for our chip leader.
Look at her go.
Just right back to work.
Any two will do. So much pressure.
Now Peters, the Queen 10. Ace 6. Peters checks, faces the 125K bet, knows the dynamics in play, just has to fold. Foxen picks up another one. Game on for the 5-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner. Won a 25K at the Poker Masters back in 2019. Finished second in a 15K at the PokerGO Cup last year to David Peters. As we look at the chip denominations presented by Splash Sports. Purple's 25Ks, yellow bumblebees 100K apiece.
Been a tough day at the office for Erik Seidel. Just hanging around, playing patient,
Entered
trying
the
to find
days,
spots.
chip leader.
Yeah.
Raise 200,000.
Just over and over again for Foxen. So relentless, punishing everybody.
David Peters, though, with 2 9s in the small blind.
Don't think we're folding the 9s.
On.
How about that?
Rips it in, wins, moves back out to 2.5 million. David Peters is a 9-time PGT Majors champion. 5 at the USPO, 2 at the Masters, and 2 here at the Cup, both coming last year. Finished in 2nd in the series standings to Jonathan Little. Great series for Jonathan Little in defense of his title.
Erik, is that your tea?
Well,
Or is it mine?
you know,
That's it. This
great
this
is
Thanks.
Great. Thank you so much.
maybe an overstatement.
See, he's got 0 cash-ins. Yeah, he's over.
Can you do me a huge favor? Can you just, I should have asked you, can you just pour it in a glass for me? In like a mug. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have said it. I always forget. Thank you so much.
Still an event left, Jeff. Don't count out Jonathan Little. What if he just wins the 25? That's a great defense for the title.
It
just
is
win
an
an
impressive
event,
defense.
the biggest event one.
Yeah, can't
Why
win
not?
the Cup, but yes.
Raise 200,000.
Right back to work. I mean, really just attacking with anything, leveraging the chip lead, putting so much pressure on all of these stacks. See how short pretty much every player is. Seidel now, King Jack. I can't imagine we fold. She has to know what Kristen is up to, but can only just call.
Aido is super short to his right. Nine, 8 deuce.
It's amazing. She gets to just win on all of
Yeah.
these types of boards. Whenever Seidel misses and she bets, she wins.
You have like 180, right? Yeah.
875.
Yep, that's good. I just didn't know if you had any other chips.
300,000.
Sized up 2 and 300K. And gets it done once more. Foxen out of Canada now lives in Las Vegas with her husband Alex. Acquired
Thank you
Supernova
so much.
Elite
Sorry, I
status
didn't
back
ask
in the
you
day on
the first
Poker
time. Thank you.
Stars. Got into poker by watching Poker After Dark on NBC.
Hey, took one off.
Raise 200,000.
200K from Peters, and
Oh,
our
man.
shortest stack has 2 8s.
Yeah, well, Peters, fortunate to be flipping if the money all goes in.
All in. Well,
Mike, you said probably happy to see the 8s. Can't tell it based off his expression.
You know, the other 2 8s are also dead, so if
Oh.
Peters does hit a king or a 9, Aido might be dead.
And 6 deuce, couple spades, couple backdoor draws for Peters. Could just find a king or 9.
No.
Turn is a 10. King or 9 finally eliminates the Spaniard. Peters will count it out, little smirk. Gives him the nice hand in the river as an ace. He tried, valiant effort. And Aido will not go quietly into the night.
Unbustable continues to be the theme at this final table. Nobody wants to go home.
520, Sergio? You had 520 all in?
He had 575.
Top 20 so far on the PGT leaderboard is Sergio Aido.
1.47.
Two sixes. Free in the small blind.
All in.
All in.
Jams wins.
Sorry.
I've like.
There, Hooney came out for the 25K.
Oh. Big Hooney making an
What
appearance.
did you think? He's 52?
Doesn't seem like there's many. It seems like 16, 17.
Well, it's early now.
Yeah,
right?
but people are going to come to like
Yeah, but
yeah.
there's a lot of people who come at like 210, you know?
Really?
I mean,
You mean?
I would.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because we don't start right away. I feel like, I don't know what time it is.
I mean,
so-
they'll come at 12, 10, or 210. But not
Yeah.
12 and not 2.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Live reporter Keegan fills us in on this straight from the stats department since Erik Wasserson was eliminated. That's 6 straight all-ins with a double up.
Yeah.
6.
I mean, again, I don't know what anyone expected. It's just
Unbustable.
how the script was written.
Foxen the 6-3 off. And just the max pressure route continues.
She did this with absolute napkins. Gonna get it through.
Seidel the shortest stack. Leonard pretty close to that amount.
Is that coffee?
I believe so.
Maybe a little hot chocolate?
She was rocking the hot chocolate along with a couple others yesterday.
Yeah.
If we're in on the circus tonight, we might have to get in on some of the hot chocolate.
Oh, yeah. I'll just take whatever she's having.
As we will have day 1 coverage of the 25K tonight, 1 a.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific start time. These 3 off.
This is fun. She just gets to apply pressure every single hand. I don't think it's so fun for everyone else at the table.
Right.
Dominating. Start to hear the commotion in the background, the 25K
Yeah.
grand finale event underway.
Kristen mentioned Big Hooney, who's now in the arena.
Hooney?
It's actually quite busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Glad we didn't
How many right now? I can't
It's
see.
not going to be active anyway. Probably.
Yeah.
On.
Peters are sitting there with the 9-5 suited. Nothing doing for Aido.
Just a matter of who's going to wake up when. Will coolers happen?
Two series championships for David Peters, back-to-back at the U.S. Poker Open.
You have 11, Sergio, right?
11,
12 now.
50, no? 12.
There's still that.
At the moment, 12.
That's gone.
Alright, players, if you are signed up for today's event or have kept your canvas and you're registering off account, we are starting to draw. You can make your way over to Ray, please bring your seat, or make sure that canvas, you're checking your canvas and that you'll handle your red off your account.
All in. Let's do it again, shall we?
Don't see why not.
Just put everybody in the blender.
Jack, good question. Do the blind increments get progressively larger as tournaments go on? No, we play 40-minute levels here. And when we get down to three-handed, those levels are reduced most of the time to 30 minutes. I think we have longer levels for the 25K. We have 45-minute levels.
Oh, good.
How late do you think we'll be here tonight? Is it like 4 a.m.?
4 a.m.
That's the best guess?
Yeah, I think so.
I can't remember the last time I stayed up till 4 a.m. It's probably doing some
I've
poker
never stayed up until 4 a.m., so this will be a first for me. I really will nod off on there. It's going to be great. You're going to hear me snoring.
Ace-4 suited. Running the show is Kristen Foxen. Ace-Queen for David Peters.
I mean, I think it's, oh gosh, I don't even know if this is a call.
Seidel at 6 big blinds. Sergio 11.5. Is Ace-Queen just too good?
This is why the shove by Kristen is so good, because Ace-Queen might fold. He does not. He says, you know what? Screw it. I'm going with it.
I think he has more.
No, more.
Call.
And here we go. Foxen versus Peters. Peters the significant favorite here with 4.1 million in the middle. They could just reverse rolls. That would open the door for David Peters to do some damage. Four in the window. As it comes 8-5-4 with one club.
Oh my.
Turn is a deuce. A 3 would chop things up, and Peter's just going to take his chips right back.
3 of diamonds.
River card is another 4, and David Peters is out in 6th in dramatic fashion.
Just run good, play good, everything happening, everything going Kristen Foxen's way. As we say goodbye to Disco David Peters. That's a frustrating way to go out. Get the money in good. Doesn't matter.
We might be saying hello to Kristen Foxen's first PokerGO Cup victory. Look at the leaderboard presented by Monkey Toe. Look at the massive chip lead that Foxen has. For the first 19 hands of this final table, she had a 0% VPIT. Was down to 6 big blinds and has spun it all the way up to more than 60. Everybody else in a heap of trouble.
That's what I love about tournament poker. Total chaos. Unpredictable. %60 of the chips now. Woo.
Final 5 now short of $90,300. Another about 26K page up next.
$850 total.
Professional.
Start to look at the path for Kristen Foxen. Should she hold on to this chip lead?
All right.
She'd have 331 points.
Are you telling me she could go win-win and take home the cup?
I think she would need to, yes, win the final event, which should have 250 to 300 points. Yeah, I think she'd have to go win-win,
So
but
she
the
goes
door would
win-win.
be open for that, I think.
Oh,
Depending
okay.
on turnout, of course.
I know.
All right,
I've
I'm here
thought
for
that a million times. It'd be funny if one day it just was. You should just do that, yeah.
He would get away with it.
He's here, right? I feel like I saw him
haven't
too.
seen him,
Oh, okay. I thought I might have been
Pretty
him.
sure him.
Yeah.
Sergio doesn't know what to do with ace-9 suited. He's got Seidel with just under 6 bigs. Patrick Leonard in the big blind that's short. Settle on 450. That commits him to Seidel and Patrick Leonard. Wow, if anyone else
7
shoved, he
diamonds, I
could
might
just
have to,
fold.
King 10 for Pat.
And it also makes this so gross whenever you look at a hand like King 10 and you see the sizing. The price that Aido has laid is not good. He'd have to put in half his chips just to try to connect with King High. Really effective by Sergio.
How much more do you have, sorry?
I started 8 more.
8 more, so 1250 total.
I don't know what Pat's thinking about. Maybe just call?
Sorry.
Try to connect.
Seven
A
more.
fold is certainly an option, obviously.
I didn't know whether I was supposed to say something or not.
He's just out.
You're such a fish. You love that. Yeah, no, I do. No flop? Aw. What flop did you need?
One that didn't hit him.
Yeah.
Stop and go, you know? Make it falls fold.
Foxen almost
Unless I flop
60% of the chips in play.
I need it.
50,000 starting chips. 2 entries, 3 entries permitted.
Okay.
Looking for her second PGT win of the year. Won the 10K at the PGTK Cup.
King 10.
This is.
Now, if she were to win, she would also shoot up to the top of the PGT
Right.
leaderboard on the year as well, passing Erik Blair and Joey Weissman.
Who currently run 1 and 2 in the Cup standings.
Thank you.
Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Just Kristen Foxen putting a ton of chips in the middle. Good question by David in the chat. Where's Texas Mike on the standings? He is in third, 97 points back of Joey Weissman. So it is wide open for him.
He made the. I was just gonna say.
Yeah, you did.
Perfect.
Professional.
That's why he's so good.
There will be drama tonight. I
Yeah.
have no doubt something spooky, spectacular will happen in the 25K.
I'll be cooking up all the scenario generators.
Oh,
We'll do it
yeah, I
live.
can't
You're going
wait.
to love it.
We're going to do it live.
We'll do it live.
Day 1 coverage of the 25K, the final event. That's going to happen later tonight. Jeff and I on the call for the circus. And then the final table to wrap it all up tomorrow.
King 10 suited need to be like 600.
He's 10. Guess what? She's all in again.
2.7.
I've been watching the circus every night. Great day 1 coverage by Remco, Donnie, fantastic crew. And I watch till I can't keep my eyes open, which is like 10:45 p.m.
Yeah, it's pretty much
So
the
we're
same
starting
thing
at
for me.
10? Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Last night, I think I fell asleep a little earlier.
Yeah. Well, good. You got some rest.
7:30.
I slept in today on purpose.
Yeah.
As we remind you to check out octopipoker.ai. You get 10% off an annual pro plan for just 1 more day. It makes poker studying fun. You can drill real spots from the PGT final tables. We all dream of sitting down here at the studio at a final table. Now you can play out those exact scenarios. octopipoker.ai.
He's in charge.
We can mess around with those scenarios on air tonight, too.
Yeah, we will.
Talk about spots, you know. Really get into
You
the,
love the
tools
GTOs,
and tech and
yeah.
solvers. Make for a thrilling show, no doubt. You know what? Maybe we should change the standards for the circus. If we get 1,000 likes on our YouTube channel, 1,000 thumbs up, then we go live. We go from
Well, that's
650
not
to
fair.
1,000. No, let's really make them.
No,
earn
that's
it,
how about
Jeff.
some kind of bonus? Do you have anything you can give away if we hit 1,000? We already promised the good people.
I don't even know how the giveaways work. We need
coverage, okay.
Remco to lead the giveaways, but we should still hit 1,000 regardless.
I agree. It'd be nice.
Yeah,
Click that thumbs up.
No bribery needed.
Danger woman.
It's because
Probably
she only
made-
plays mostly kings.
Yeah, exactly.
Kings or ace-x suited. Dangerous play.
Yeah, so
Yes.
my hand doesn't do good versus that.
I might have made a very tight fold.
I'll ask Remco if there's something we can give away
There we go.
tonight for free
tried to
if we
give
get to
you.
1,000.
Give you a spot.
I know.
He has to say yes.
I did appreciate it until I saw my hand. And I hated you for it.
Seidel, King 8, 3 bigs. All of it.
How much is it?
3 1/4.
Kristen has the 10-3 off.
Well, for 3 bigs, there's actually incentive to just letting it go and keeping
Yeah.
this crazy dynamic alive. Not that it'll change much. She can still just grip and rip
The
and go all in
opponents
no
have to
matter
play a
what.
little tighter
Yeah.
with Seidel with just what would be now about 6 bigs.
Absolutely doesn't have to call. That's what she's thinking about.
She does flick it in, and here we go.
Good sign that you were thinking at least.
for other reasons, but.
Yeah.
No, it's easy for you to be dead here. No, that's why I don't.
Yeah.
Seidel looks to get back to 800K.
You're trying to keep him around.
I thought maybe it would be a good idea.
Still fine with the E6.
So far, so good for the King 8.
Anything but a king is fine.
Turn is a 6, so a straight draw is there. The 7 would not do the trick. But a deuce would for Kristen Foxen.
You know what the Mallard's like. The river.
Love the rivers. The river's a 6. King high, good enough for the Poker Hall of Famer, and he finds a double up.
What a bad call.
See, and I wasn't confident. Yeah.
What a bad call.
Oh, yes. 50.
Erik, how much do you have now? Sorry.
8. 800.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, I keep thinking these are 5Ks. Yeah. You have 550 back, 650 total, something. Thank you. 600.
Boogra in the chat says, what a bad call. Yep, Boogra, you'd I'm sure be more than welcome here at the studio to compete with the best of the best.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Brugger, you should go practice on Play Poker Go.
Yeah, that's a good idea. It's the final event of the Play PokerGO Cup.
Get some reps in.
I haven't seen that yet.
Foxen, 6-5 off. It's going in. Pads is going to be thrilled when he looks.
Wow.
Just took one to make the call.
Well, we got the high versus the low.
Yes, we do. Pads with ace king. Foxen with the 6-5. $1.3 million in the middle. Gonna be tough for Foxen.
Never come to the studio again in my life.
He's out on all future events if he loses this one, and he will not lose this one.
Safe.
Pads back to 1.3 million.
Called it.
Kristen still has right around 55% of the chips in play, despite losing back-to-back all-ins. Nothing changes for her. She can still just
75,
continue to ram and jam.
75, 125. Yeah, because it used to be 150.
Some point, yeah.
Last month, yeah.
Now you have 1.4 or so? Let's see. Yep.
King queen for the Columbia.
Raise 200,000.
Ace-9 suited for Foxen.
Well, sit back and watch the show.
That show continues with the jam.
Raise 2 million.
maximum pressure applied again.
Farid's position, not one to be jealous of with the chip leader on your left, just putting the pedal to the metal.
Farid is miserable.
Yeah.
I mean, just miserable. Sort of wonder if he could have just jammed king queen. I really don't know. You don't expect to get raised by Chrissy all the time.
Right, right. Sometimes it gets.
Yeah,
there.
she just has nothing. She probably folds, but. Is he thinking about calling it off with king queen? Really giving it some thought, some consideration.
Does let it go.
Well, she got all her chips back.
She did. Back up to 6.1 million is Kristen Foxen.
Kings again?
Aces. Really? You had a pair? No pair?
Okay, now with nothing and just back to the min race. I think she'll do this, by the way, with all of her trash and all of her premiums.
Ah, yeah.
Which makes it very tough to proceed with hands like this.
As
like
now it all of a
Pat's
sudden looks awfully strong.
Right.
It's just been jam, 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 jam.
Pats looks down at ace-9 thinking, oh no. I'm either getting snap called if I move it in or she'll snap fold. I still have players behind me, both of which have lesser chips.
Yeah, it just gets ace-9 in the muck. That's fantastic. And don't think it'll get ace-jack into the muck.
Maybe we have fold equity too. She does not have to call.
Instead of being in for 7 big blinds, got away from that for just 2.
Pretty big for Seidel to get up to 10 bigs. Fascinating.
25K series finale getting underway at our outer tables. All the heavy hitters. Peters jumped right in there. Jeremy Osmus, Chewy, Winter, Saliba, Brandon Wilson, Big Hooney, Clement Dang, Seth Davies, and alongside Danny Seppial, the leader in the race for the cup. That man, Joey Weissman, 581 points, a first and 2 seconds. Erik Blair just behind him. You see Sergio Aido in the top 5.
That's the hoodie I love, too, that Joey's wearing.
Why can't we get one of
I
those?
just want one of those hoodies. Can't find them anywhere.
Will it include this hand as one of the 4? Because we just started dealing. It will?
Back to the action where Kristen Foxen is raised.
Sorry, what was happening? I
We
missed
should have
it.
drawn, before this hand was dealt,
Oh,
we should have
okay.
drawn for 4 hands. So
Okay.
The blinds.
Yes, I understand.
If Farid draws an ace, the blinds are open.
Okay. Oh, you drew?
No, if you.
Oh, okay. I was like, am I missing something? Okay.
So you're gonna draw and it's 1 minus whatever.
You want him?
So I'm gonna play 2 more hands at this level. 2 more hands at this level.
2 more hands at this level.
Okay.
2 more hands.
Sounds like 2 more hands at this level.
How many more?
I believe it's 2.
Okay. You sure?
I'll double check here. Yeah, 2 more hands at this level.
Fold.
King Jack suited, 10 bigs.
All in.
On the button, all of it, and a winner. It's Erik Seidel, 10-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner.
Do you know how much you have at it? Do you know how much you have now?
How about the exact same as you, Pads?
12, I think.
1.3.
Seidel 12th on the all-time money list. David Peters 13th.
9.
This will be the last hand of the level.
Ace 4 off.
All in.
Spaniards in there.
How much is that?
Foxen with the ace-queen suited.
900,000.
Bit of acting as she's not the last to act, but we know the chips are going in.
Good spot to gamble here.
Nope.
Yeah, good spot, but yeah, no hands. And here we go. Aido all in and at risk again. This time with ace 4 against Foxen's ace
And
queen.
the last time ace 4 with 4 of clubs beat ace queen with the ace of spades. So.
Was that you?
Was you?
Oh, the ace 4 of clubs, yes. But he
Four.
doesn't have an ace of
He
clubs.
has the 4 of clubs.
Yeah. You need 2 clubs.
You do?
Yeah. It's a much better hand.
2 million in the middle. Not terrible. 10-6-5, couple diamonds.
We've got life.
Got backdoor draws, could find the 4. Well, that's a fun turn.
Wow.
It's the 8 of
Diamond
diamonds.
too.
Wow.
See, this is why he didn't keep
Wow.
ace of clubs.
14 outs.
You see
That
him
is
on top of
true.
your screen.
Potentially.
7-4 or diamond for
You want to see it
Aido.
first.
And the river is the 9 of clubs.
Good luck.
It adds to Foxen's chip lead. It eliminates Sergio Aido in 5th place for a little bit more than $90,000.
Oh, he needed a better finish than 5th. Probably a little unhappy to be a contender for the cup.
Puts him at 327 points.
No, 75.
On the outside looking in, you're afraid?
He'll have to win, and we'll have to shut Joey Weissman out of any cashes.
Win and hope.
25K. His blinds do go up 75K, 125K. The 125,000 big blind ante.
It's easier to work out
Payouts.
big blinds when it's 100,000, right?
Brought to you
It's
by
so much
Octopi.
easier.
116K guaranteed to our final 4. 45K pay jump up next. Jack 10 suited on the button for our significant chip leader.
This hand might be better than aces. %70 of the chips for Chrissy Foxen.
Another 1 1/4.
1 1/4 behind.
One more. 250 total.
Is she going to take the spot with the 4-deuce off? Yes. Any two will do.
For the min raise or for the jam? This one, the min raise.
Such a pretty hand for ads. Yeah, he's going with it. He says the heck with it. I can't take it any longer.
What do you got, Erik?
9.25.
9.25.
It's just truly been a master class by Kristen Foxen on how to navigate this final table with a chip lead. Completely running it over. Also, it helps to play great and somehow run even better. The ace-4 beating ace-queen to eliminate David Peters. That's the critical hand that swung this thing upside down. It gets a walk, of course. Exercise for the day.
You get in some exercise for the day?
Absolutely not.
Alrighty. Saving my workout for the pre-circus time frame.
You actually are going to go home and work out tonight, aren't you?
Yeah.
After the show?
Absolutely. Kind of like a reset. Just pretend tonight is tomorrow morning. Foxen more than 2/3 of the chips in play. And 2 queens for Seidel.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, that was a little messy.
String raise.
And ace-jack for Fareed.
How much? 9.25.
Slid that in like Helmuth.
Got so excited with the queens.
This is you. It's 125. Big blind.
She gave me change. I see.
What did you put?
I thought it was 150.
No, it's 125.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you very much. I put 150 times 2. It makes sense.
Seidel told us before play, as far as setting is concerned, he looks at some of the GTO stuff and he, quote, misuses it all the time, which I loved. He's all in and at risk here with the queens up against the ace-jack.
I think Fareed's probably shocked to see he's up against a hand so good.
Bad news for the Colombian. Looks to get lucky. Or else is down to 1 big blind. And does get lucky on the flop. Ace 8-5 with 2 clubs. Backdoor flush draw available for Seidel. We know 1 queen's already in the muck. And he will need that other one to stay alive. Looking for the queen of hearts. Not finding it on the river. Started the day with the chip lead out in 4th for a little bit more than $116,000. Erik Seidel.
Another disrespectful bad beat delivered to the great Erik Seidel. It's not fair, this game, Jeff.
Like 25? No? 120.
He's got 223 points in the race for the cup, and unfortunately that will leave him shy with Joey Weissman no matter what happens in our series finale. A new look at the leaderboard presented by Monkey Tilt. Tads has worked his way into at least a podium finish.
Folding makes money.
That's right. Kristen in first, more than 7 million in chips. It's been the Kristen Foxen show thus far. But you just never know here on the PGT.
No, it's been brought to my attention that Farid Jattin had one big blind with 10 players remaining left last night. Was down to one big blind, and now second in chips, three-handed. It's just never over until it's over.
What's around his neck?
I don't know. That's a very good question. Is it an exercise band?
What is it a lasso?
Yes, he's ready to whip everyone today.
That's strong. I'm scared of you. More than I already am.
Wow, he meant business. He's like,
that's strong.
Yeah.
If he comes to my table.
Right?
Who is it?
No.
What
Is
do we
it
got
Alex?
going on? You don't even have to go home to do exercise, Jeff. Just borrow whatever that piece of equipment was.
Maybe I'll invite Alex, you know, we can work out together during a dinner break or something for him.
Yeah, he'll just use you to bench press.
For his warm-ups.
Thank you.
One arm bench press.
Just to get loose for
just
Alex.
Tossing you 10 feet in the air.
Foxen will pounce, makes it 350K.
So frustrating. Kind of see this sheepish grin from Farid. Like, why did I even call? She's either going to raise or jam. Probably never just checking unless she's trapping me with two aces.
Right. It's a lose-lose-lose situation.
But, hey, we're going to play a pot.
Got a pretty one.
Hand was too good to fold. Must defend. 7-6 suited. Out of position against the chip leader.
And it comes king 5-4. One spade, one diamond. The open-ender. 3 to the straight flush for Farid to pair for Foxen.
Intriguing. Kristen making middle pair and Farid dropping open-ended, as you pointed out. You can see the equities. This would be a stone coin flip if the money somehow went in right here, right now. $175K. It's a great price to be laid whenever you're open-ended with a hand like this. Already a million chips out there. Like, wow, it just goes for all of it.
The check jam.
Really puts that 5 in an awkward spot.
Foxen asks for the count.
2,025,000.
She beats worse 5s, clearly a 4. She may not believe he has a king. Not the reaction she expected from Farid. It's instincts time.
Fold.
5 hits the muck.
It's fun watching you two. I should go in and fold. You guys are doing all sorts.
Yeah, you've done a good job just kind of
Thank you very much.
laddering up.
I see 5 or 0. It's easy for me.
There we go.
That was quite a play by Farid with the open-ender. Just says, you know what, look, I'm going to get a lot of folds.
Yeah.
Heck with it, I'm all in.
Look at the Colombians buy board presented by GPIT HM. Poker professional. Went to FIU.
Yeah. Got a patch on his arm, too. The Phenom team. You know what? Our notes say he was ambassador number 8,432.
8432.
For Phenom, yeah. A lot of ambassadors. You and I are the only two that don't have a deal.
We were not asked. Free to runner-up to Michael Wang. The 5K at the series in 2022. It's 3 WPT final tables.
All in and a call here from Leonard.
Jack 5 for
Is this what you had
Foxen,
versus
King
Victoria?
Queen versus Bags.
Jackson 5.
Or did you have Jack 6?
Motown.
Yesterday.
All in.
You bubbled her. Or almost
No,
direct
she
bubbled.
won the-
Yeah. No, she
She had
didn't.
ace three and she won.
She did in that one? Oh, shoot. I thought for some reason you
busted
busted her.
Victoria. Don't blame
Whoops.
me.
I
She's
thought it
like-
was you.
You know what she's like. She's going to become like
I
this.
know. I thought it was you.
So
Damn it.
manifest I got lucky against it.
Well, the King
Okay,
Queen in
well,
pretty
yeah.
good shape here.
Believe
And that'll
flop-
do it.
Flopped
Is
her
it
dead.
1.1?
Queen of clubs for a
I'm
miss
going to
deal.
give you these books.
Jack. Jack. Wow.
Call for the jack. It is a jack. Queen's full
Wow.
versus Jack's
That is-
full.
What?
Come on.
Imagine it was Queen 6-6 like this. That would have been something.
1.1.
Okay, pads back up to 2.3 million.
I guess we just chalk that up to a bad beat, a cooler, right? House over house. A cooler.
Yeah, cooler.
Yeah.
Full house versus full house.
Only way to describe it.
Very rarely is it just easy to seal the deal on a poker tournament, especially here on the PGT against the very best in the world. A group in which Foxen certainly belongs. Has run into some hands.
I don't usually see flops. You know? I have to-
It's exciting.
I know, tell me about it.
Sees a flop. Flops a 4.
I forgot what a flop was. Usually I'm watching Luca or LeBron, you know, for flops, Jeff.
A lot of flops with those two.
Yeah. Who ironically happen to be on the same team now.
Yes, thank you, Brent,
How
for
about
bringing,
that?
for bringing
huh?
that up. Thank
Did
you.
you catch that trade?
Yes, I did.
Big
I
one.
was, yeah.
Happened a while
Big
back.
trade. Thank you for bringing it up again.
All.
Are they
Oh,
going to
if you
change
see
their
the
name
waiter,
from
could you send
the
me
LA
over?
Lakers to
Not
the
a
LA
rush, but
Floppers?
If you see the waiter, I would just like to order something.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
I
rush.
don't know.
I want a hot chocolate with 2 shots of espresso in a mug. The same thing as last time. Say the diva girl.
Are you not a fan
what
of
she
the name?
wants.
Floppers?
Sorry, I wasn't listening. What'd you say?
Just talking about
Just
that
trying to get a better Fareed
NBA
pronunciation.
team out in LA.
I gotcha.
Great team.
We've always gone with Jattin, but I think Jattin would be a little bit better for us moving forward.
I just call him Fareed.
That works. That you've nailed it.
You know, that's why I have so many nicknames for players. Because I don't know how to say their name. So I
So you
just
go
create
nickname.
something else.
That's very smart. Sixes and 4s now for pads.
Somehow, Farid has found himself in a strange scenario, making a pair and absolutely no good. Look at this, though. Sizing from pads.
Pot size fire.
This would be defined as a hero call if he were to somehow make it. Hands like
Against pads, these things exist.
Like we could find bluffs, 9-10, 10-8 that may have stuck around on the turn after Farid bet. It's never ace X, right? I don't think pads would have just limped in from the small blind given this dynamic three-handed. Probably would have shoved. So I think he's just ruling out a lot of good hands, leaving us plenty of draws that pads could have had. And by plenty, I suppose it's just 9-10, 10-8. Those types of holdings that we beat. And yeah, spades.
Spades with a 10 or a king, perhaps the more appealing bluffs.
Yeah, and this is genuine consideration.
Yeah, absolutely
for a
is.
hero call with just a pair of sixes. And pad's so capable.
Another time bank, looks like 2 are left.
Wow.
Does make the call, pads gets paid off.
That is a wild call. I mean, you understand it, right? The bluffs he suspected pads could have. Oh my.
Woo. Pads up to more than 3.5 million.
Yeah, he's got a real shot.
The clear short stack.
All of a sudden, we have got
3.5?
serious contender in pads chasing Foxen.
Daniel in the chat, did you see J Kidd play AD 20 minutes in first half and then he got hurt in the third quarter? Yes, Daniel. I did see that. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, back to the action.
You still watch a lot of the Mavs games, or have you?
Trying.
Well.
Good feisty bunch. NBA All-Star Weekend, though, this last weekend. Missed that.
But you were actually in San Francisco where the NBA All-Star game was happening. What?
Did not go to the game.
Huh.
Or games. I think it was like multiple games. All right, folks, it's the last day of the Play PokerGO Cup, the very last day. Congratulations to our winners so far. Crustophilia, JD Rocket, Stone Monk, Coy Roy, AA, Buchan, CO, CHISE 46, and Swing.
Thank you so much.
Play PokerGO Cup, one more event.
Someone's name was Swing?
Swing.
Oh. You have 3.5-ish.
3550.
Thank you.
Minus an NT. So free full 25.
Did you say Stealth Monk?
I did not.
think 10 something. I believe I thought I had like 5.4.
10.75 million chips in play.
5 point. Yeah, now I have more. 5.450. Does that make sense? Does that add to 10? 10-ish? 10.5 or so? I don't know.
That's just hard, I don't know.
Queen deuce suited. Queen 8 suited for pads.
Interesting. Just comes with the call out of the small blind. So deciding to fight out of position against Chrissy, despite Farid being very short. It's amazing seeing too just how correct he is at being results oriented, just calling with a better queen.
Ten, 5, 3, 1 club, 1 diamond.
This is what I want to see. What was the plan whenever we missed and we get a dry flop like this? Chrissy's probably giving him a pretty tight calling range, maybe, or just knows pads is so capable of mixing it up and having these types of holdings. But here's the expected c-bet on the flop.
And it's 4 half pot. Really thinking it through.
Yeah. This larger sizing by Chrissy is really nice, too. It makes whatever possible check raises he may have been considering much more difficult to pull the trigger.
And that one's going to get through for Kristen Foxen. Very nice. These two have battled, I would say, mostly in the online realm. Foxen and pads.
Definitely. Long-time grinders.
2 games elites online. Ace 10 for the Colombian.
You ever been to Colombia?
I have not. Have you? Beautiful country.
I would love to go. If I ever had a passport.
Yeah, that would help.
Allowed to leave the country.
Grew up there until he was about 10 years old.
I think they should just have the stacks like displayed.
Oh yeah, it would be great.
Seems like pretty easy to do almost. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It was funny at something at the World Series. They had the stacks displayed above the. Do you remember? No. For a minute, what happened was they were showing the. Yes.
I saw.
Yes.
That's crazy.
That was.
That's why they don't do it, I think.
Yeah.
Even if it was just manually or
yeah, I
even on
don't
an
know.
iPad or something.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Especially with a shot clock and stuff.
Oh, it's so nice. I know.
Having to ask every hand.
Yeah.
Everything changes so much.
Yeah.
And the blinds.
I like the idea.
Yeah.
Brent, put it up on the screen for him.
Okay.
Just don't click the wrong button this time.
2925.
the players and the viewers of today's event. Blinds are up 1,015 fifth hand, 1,015 next hand.
Ooh, Foxen ace king.
The goods.
All of it.
Like this comment from Joe. It says, Jeff and Hanks,
yeah,
neither of you should go to Colombia in a relationship or married.
Oh, why not?
I'm not sure I understand the
mean?
reference. Right. Yeah, what's that all about?
Just because of the long travel time, you'd be gone from your
Probably, I
significant
guess,
other
you
for
know,
a while.
yeah. Huh, interesting.
Do we have a break after this level or the next one? Feels like it should be this one, but.
Yeah, just 2 levels.
Okay.
This is our second level. Farah drew for hands.
Yes.
the first
Okay.
time, so.
Oh, Brent, here you go.
Ah, yes.
The chip leader with deuces.
Mallards.
You have like 3, right? Or 2.8. 2.8.
She knows what to do. Trap him. Maybe just limp and call a shove.
All in?
All of it.
Okay, fine.
Shades are off. Ace 7 in hand.
Sorry. Can I just see your second? 1, 5, 6. Oh.
Winner.
I did that, son.
Do you have a pair?
No.
I had a pair.
Wow.
I had the best hand.
Quack, quack.
Pads knows when she says that.
How do you know?
What are those called? The mallards?
There we go.
I think that's what Brent Hanks says.
Yeah!
What is that?
Pocket twos.
Oh.
Or am I wrong? I don't know.
No, you're right.
What are the mallards? I don't know.
Why not the
I think
ducks?
it's twos.
It's a bit disrespectful to the ducks.
That is true.
Like, it's a pretty...
I think a mallard is more prestigious than a duck.
So the ducks are just
So
like,
perhaps it's actually an
ducks are just being
upgrade.
wiped out.
Yes.
No, I think it's like, isn't a mallard a type of duck?
I have no idea.
I think it
you're
is.
the Canadian,
Yes,
not me.
I'm quite certain. So it's actually like an upgrade.
Yes!
He's showing respect.
Shouts out to the mallards.
My life is complete.
You did it, man. You made the show. You made the big time. Finally, somebody played the deuces, won with the deuces, and then the shout out to you about the mallards. A little bit of confusion on the mallards, but they got there in the end.
Wow, put that on my own highlight reel.
Text producer Joseph to clip that one.
Oh, that really warms my soul.
That's 2.
Thank you.
Maybe the chat. Can you just load up the chat with a bunch of mallard emojis? Let's keep this going.
7.
Can they? Shall we, Jeff?
Yeah, sure.
Why not? Click that like and subscribe button while you're at it.
6.
So many mallards.
Look at them flock. I know what she should do here. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
You want to snap so bad.
No.
I can feel it.
Well, I want to, of course.
I know, I
I'd
know.
love-
You're like, I
I'd
know.
love to be able to snap. That'd be a great feeling.
I'm sure.
Oh.
What suit?
Heart, diamond.
Okay, I had 2 diamonds and an ace.
What the hell? And a mallard? An ace and a
No
mallard?
mallard this time.
More
I had to
mallards.
settle for less.
Unleash the flock.
Less than the mallard.
Big day for the mallards.
Maybe mallard could be suited duck offsuit.
Pat finally gets a
4.
spot, yeah.
Winner. Two 5s for the Colombian in the small blind.
Oh no.
Oh man, so pretty. Painful to fold, but you have to.
So pretty.
Thinks the same.
We really think alike.
You guys are aligned today, huh?
Yeah. Always dialed in. You know, you can buy a Mallard shirt at shop.pokergo.com.
Can you really?
It says Mallards, yeah. That's what I'm going to give out tonight if we get 1,000 likes.
Okay.
I'm going to give away
Okay.
a Mallard shirt on air.
Can I pick a shirt to
for
give
the
away
night
too?
shift. Yeah, you can. We're going to make Remco do it.
2-6.
So if we get to 1,000 thumbs up on our YouTube channel,
Yeah.
tonight's coverage, if you tune in, we'll figure out a way to do a giveaway. I'm going to give away a Mallards shirt. Somebody in the chat. Jeff's going to pick out a shirt to give out as well.
Blind versus blind. Foxen jams with the king queen, and it's ace-6 for pads.
Oh man, really close for pads.
Oh.
Let's go.
Best on method. Very good. Like, tip top.
Remco's out on the bike, but Donnie's going to set up the giveaway for us.
Donnie will help us out, yeah. It's always Donnie that helps,
Oh, and
isn't it?
speaking of Donnie, look at Donnie with all the membership. Get
Wow.
20.
Just gave away
Just get
20
to 20
memberships.
PokerGo memberships.
You know what? Hashtag thank you, Donnie.
Hashtag thank
You can abbreviate the thank you if you want.
Yeah, you didn't tell me if the best hand. That's good.
You can, okay. Oh, the TY. Yeah.
I almost guarantee you I was going to win post flop.
9-7.
What always beats ace-6 when you, like, no.
King queen.
Yeah, king queen. King queen always wins.
Yeah.
Speaking of ace-6, Pat's going to look down at it again.
Same suits, everything back to back. Back to me?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay, free. Sergio. One, two, or three.
Draw for hands.
Wow.
2 hands.
2 more.
All right, 2 hands.
So what is it? 75, 150 next, or is it jumping?
What
is the next level?
150, right?
Oh, 75, 150. Okay.
Oh, I didn't even realize we were playing our favorite level right now, 75, 125.
Yeah, glad we brought that one back.
Yeah, good. Very
great move by the commissioner,
necessary
Tim
level.
Duckworth.
Yeah.
King Jack for pads.
Wow.
Piece 5. Max pressure route once more.
She might put him to the test. So if you got it, you got it.
All in.
Whoa.
Max pressure
Nobody
route.
loves it more than you. Like, guaranteed. You're like top 1 of people who love it. Top 1. Absolutely loves it. So, I'll take it.
Amazing. Yeah, she is her. Confirmed. We already knew that coming in, but man, what a performance by Kristen Foxen.
Go ahead.
Jattin suited. Create on the button.
All in.
Winner. I think if it's cool with you, can I give away this blue No Gamble No Future hoodie?
Is that a
New Era
$90 hoodie?
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing 2 levels now.
Listen, buddy, you've got my approval.
No, I mean,
You're
don't
big
mind,
time
I'm
here
just-
at PokerGO.
I don't care.
You want to
Yeah.
take? You want to take like?
I say
can go to the
yes.
bathroom
We
in a
need to
minute.
make sure Donnie
Yeah.
can orchestrate that on the back end. But yeah,
Do 5
we're doing a
minutes.
Mallards
5.
t-shirt
5's good.
tonight and a
Just
No
gonna take
Gamble, No
5.
Future hoodie. And I think we're going to take a break.
What?
Right now. Is this
Nah,
right?
We'll cut this break out for y'all.
Get rid of this break, Jeff.
Yes.
Get out a pair of scissors and start cutting.
Okay.
I ain't leaving.
Okay. Okay, here's the deal, Brent. We got about 2 minutes or so.
All right, fine.
We don't want to go to break.
No. I'm not going anywhere.
Let's just do it. I mean, the players were like, hey, we're going to take a break. And we're like, okay, but we're not.
All right, well, then let's
We're
make
here.
sure that they keep clicking that thumbs up button.
Okay.
Right? We said 1,000. I didn't realize we were already at like 980 when I said that for the
You did
giveaways.
say it, yeah.
So I promised the Mallards t-shirt giveaway tonight
Okay.
at 1,000.
Next
What if we
level for
said
the hoodie,
yours
yeah.
for the near $100 No Gamble, No Future hoodie that you can find over at shop.pokergo.com? We need to get to 1,200. So 200 more likes. Then
That's
we
fair.
give away your hoodie
Okay.
tonight.
That's fair. Tonight
Live.
on the circus.
Yeah.
1 a.m. Eastern. What's that, our time? 10 p.m. Pacific time.
10 o'clock tonight. You want that? Get us to 1,200. We're going to do the giveaway tonight. Donnie's going to help us out on the back end. Shout out, Donnie.
Shout out, Donnie. Thank you, Donnie. That's great. It's weird when it's silent in the background.
I know. This is strange. Yeah, I kind of want to hear that.
And we've talked for 7 days straight. It hasn't been weird at all, but now
No.
it feels a little weird.
No, it's just weird.
Should we have gone to break?
Things do get weird as the shows go on. Tonight's going to be
Feels very
really-
awkward
yeah.
now. It's like there are 5,000 people just listening to us, and there's nothing else going on.
Tonight's going
Thank
to be
you guys for being
wacky.
here. Means a lot to us.
I'm going to be on one tonight.
Yeah, yeah. Tonight could be the end of us, but it'll be an entertaining
I don't
stream.
need to keep it professional
No.
tonight.
No, you do not. Do you ever really keep it professional?
Well, I mean, you know, these are going to go out to network television, so I have
That's
to
true.
dial
Somewhat
it in a little bit.
professional. Yeah,
But
that's
tonight,
no
you know,
holds barred.
we're not exactly the night shift with Nick and Ali.
That's right. That's right. We would never try to be. But the circus.
We are more like the circus.
Yeah, that could suit us
and
pretty well.
it's going to be uncensored, to say the least.
The blinds are 75, 150, right?
Welcome back to the final table of event number 7 of the 2025 PokerGO Cup presented by Monkey Till. Blinds are up 75K, 150K with a 150,000 big blind ante. And it is our chip leader, Kristen Foxen with ace queen. Just the open here, Brent, to your point. The min raising with the very good and the very bad.
Yep.
The jams with most of the rest.
Gonna mix it in.
Oh,
wow.
no. Trouble brewing for the Colombian. Farid as the king-queen.
Absolutely can't fault him if he goes with it.
And he does indeed go with it. Foxen snaps it off with ace-queen, and here we go. Oh, so close to heads up, unless Jattin can find a way. If he does, he's back up to 3.4 million. Ace Jack 9.
Oh, yeah. Plethora of outs.
Changes things a bit, but the Broadway draw opens up for Farid. Turn is the 5 of hearts. Foxen has hearts covered, so from 4 outs to 3. Looking for a 10 that's not a heart. Well, we're heads up. River card is a king. That does it for the Colombian. Quite the effort. Had the chip lead at one point. Out in third, a little bit more than $161,000. Really enjoy having Farid at the studio.
Yeah, I love this guy. I wish we had
Yeah,
more and
yeah,
more of
I know it
Farid
is kind
playing
of
these
weird to
events. Third
play
place
heads up like
finish,
this.
ferocious opponent. All class. It's
Okay.
so competitive.
Yeah, you move.
How about she?
This is my no.
This is
I'm,
Chrissy's. This is Miss Foxen's studio. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'll argue a little bit about seeding as we'll get set for heads up play with a look at this leaderboard presented by Monkey Till. Kristen Foxen closing in on that PokerGO Cup title. Some work to do for Pads. Foxen versus Leonard for the title. Next.
Want to play online poker for free? With Play Poker Go, you get the thrill of authentic poker anytime, anywhere. From quick casual games to action-packed tournaments, Play Poker Go lets you compete against real players around the globe, all for free. No bots, no gimmicks, just pure poker fun. Hone your skills and enjoy the poker experience you love. Explore Play Poker Go on web, iOS, and Android. Deal yourself in now.
$30K, $60K, a $60K big blind ante. Still a lot left to be decided.
I don't know what that shirt is that Seidel is wearing, but I want it.
Free Jattin, a lot of fun to watch. Out of Colombia, lives in Miami. One aggressive player. He is fierce, intimidating. He at least intimidates me.
Yeah, I mean, physically, of course. Look at him. Not messing with this guy.
He lost with ace jack.
We got problems. Was, one of our shorter stacks and only 15 big blinds up against that fierce and aggressive opponent. Absolute trouble hand and trouble spot. This is genuine pain for Was. What am I doing here? What can I do?
Ace 280.
Small 3-bet to 280K. Rest of the field cleared. How to proceed with the ace-queen. Swa started the hand with about 15 bigs.
Ace-queen just seems like way too good of a hand for Farid to get away from. It does look strong though, right?
Sure.
Was 3-betting off of 15 bigs rather than just moving all in.
Time extension used for an additional 30 seconds to act.
Is Was able to get away from this if Jattin does shove it home?
Just calls here, 710K in the pot.
Already a fascinating hand developing between both.
Lost 655K behind. Seven, 6, 3, couple diamonds. Farid with the ace of diamonds.
We have no idea really the history between these two players. Of course, battling all of day one. How does Farid perceive Was in these spots? Does he think he's really tight? Is he really aggro and loose? We just don't know. If Wasserson can find a shove, he can force the best hand potentially to fold, or maybe even just this type of bet sizing. Could it get the job done?
175.
175,000.
Tell you what, if Farid didn't have the ace of diamonds, I think maybe we can fold, but it's a pretty important card. The way Was is...
Two of the biggest names in the game are heads up for the title of the 2025 PokerGO Cup event number 7, the $15,000 buy-in. It is indeed Patrick Leonard versus Kristen Foxen. Jeff Platt alongside Brent Hanks in the broadcast booth. Brent, hard to draw it up any better from an entertainment standpoint than this.
Yeah, these two really cut their teeth playing online poker, battling so hard. Now the opportunity to square off live. We are in for a treat.
Look at this, Pat's heads up live. How about 7-1? That is strong. Kristen Foxen 11-8. In her career, she looks for her second PGT Majors title. Has a Poker Masters title on her resume. We'll look at the payouts presented by Octopi. Here's what they're playing for. First place prize of more than $348,000. About a 123K difference between first and second. $75K, $150K, and $150,000. Big blind ante.
Great, 2.15.
Just rip it in there and win.
Probably going to get a lot of that. Pat's down to roughly
All my oranges.
13 bigs or so.
Everybody else is too.
Chrissy can just unleash the fury.
Pad's won
feel
event
like
number
the
2 of our
big
PGT kickoff
be a
this
thing
year.
that heads up. Do you think so too? I don't know.
Kristen won event 5.
I don't know. I kind of get what you mean. I think it recently changed, right? Like not too far or not too long ago.
Something like that.
Yeah.
'Cause- yeah. Oh, they're rigging it for you.
Now you're telling me, if could Pads or Chrissy go win here today potentially win the next event, the 25K. They could win the
They
cup.
could, depending on what Joey Weissman and Eric Blair do in that 25K.
Wow.
The path is there. The door is open. Foxen has the Jack 8
1-8,
suited
50.
again. Foxen jams. Winner, I believe. Jessica in the chat. Hey, Jeff and Grant, watching from Melbourne, Australia. Love your commentary. Thank you, Jessica. Appreciate you tuning
yes.
in. His name is Brent. But,
Grant's
that
fine.
works. That works. As long as you're watching, Jessica.
Grant's
we
fine.
thank you.
Someone else, by the way, I don't know who said this earlier in the chat, and I was waiting on it. I never even saw this before, but Kristen Foxen has a Jennifer Aniston resemblance. Am I wrong here?
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
Really great. I mean, how in the world did no one else say that before?
I've missed that before. Limp with the 10 deuce. 3 deuce for Foxen. Foxen out flops Pats here.
The dirty diaper in full effect.
Foxen check calls 150K. Oh, Pats finds the 10 on the turn.
How did he find that 10 ball? Corner pocket.
Quick update, Brent. I know you usually handle the updates from the 25K. I'm going to take one real quick.
All right.
As second in chips now is Sam Snead.
What?
He's back. Sam Snead.
Sam Snead?
Sam Snead. 279K.
All right, Sammy.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, man. Please be at the feature tonight, Sam Snead.
I Googled Sam Snead poker, and Google's AI told me Sam Snead was an American golfer, not a poker player.
Yeah, yeah. Long time
Take
ago.
that, Google AI.
I believe. The need for Snead tonight.
Oh, Leonard on the hunt.
Wow,
For
value
some
time.
value with second pair. Pot-sized fire on the river.
This is unbelievable recognition that this 10 is just good. Going full pot as well. Shows you the high level caliber play that Pads has to offer. Extremely polarizing.
Call.
Wow. And gets paid off once more with a big bet. Well, the man likes to play big pots. As we've mentioned, very capable of putting in the big bets with bluffs.
That was filthy.
Gets him paid off when he does have it. was indeed quite lovely by Pads. He's got quite the following on social media, has his own Telegram channel to update his fans on this PokerGo Cup run.
Wait, what? Aren't those like letters you send?
No, it's, I mean, yes, I shouldn't say no. You can send telegrams. It's also an app, messaging app. It's great. He goes over hands
It's
and
an
everything.
app?
Yeah.
Like chicken wings?
No, it's unbelievable.
Mozzarella sticks?
Love mozzarella sticks.
Oh.
2750.
Thank you.
We'll get something good to eat tonight. Jeff.
Speaking of mozzarella sticks, did you see that Champions Club has released its dates for the Texas Poker Open?
Oh man, they've
presented
got
by the
good mod
PGT.
sticks. Great tournaments down there. Everything's good in Texas.
Last
Champions
2 weeks of
Club.
April. Check it out.
I only go for the food.
Pat's calls with the King 6. Here comes 10-8-4 as Foxen has a pair of 4s. Backdoor straight and flush draw available. Winner. Keyword says.
Thank you.
Yeah, not a fan of the playing dumb, lame dad jokes.
What?
Me either, Keyword, and I have to sit next to the guy every day. Imagine that.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Just between me and Keyword.
What's wrong with dumb dads?
She didn't say dumb dads, just dumb, lame. Don't forget lame.
I don't even know what the joke was.
Pat slims in with the ace-6. 10-7 off for Foxen. Queen going deuce. That one.
Jeff, we got the 1,200 likes.
Nice.
You're giving away a No Gamble No Future hoodie tonight on air.
Expensive one.
Very expensive. I think the Mallards t-shirt is very pricey as well.
About 12 bucks, right?
Priceless, might I add. Collector's item.
Ace-Jack suited. Just slims in King 7 for pads. Just under 20 bigs. Queen 3-3, 1 spade.
This was intended, the start of the hand, by Chrissy, limping button as a trap, trying to get Leonard to jam. King 7 probably wasn't too far off.
Right, right. He has like maybe 15 bigs as opposed to 18 or something like that. Like, it's pretty close, I would think, just based on what we've seen in these heads-up battles in the past.
See how sticky and stubborn Pads wants to be. Could King High ever be the best hand? Are we going to buckle up and take the ride? Uh-huh.
Yes, we are.
He thinks it's the best hand. There's nothing more to it than that.
River ace.
This is also problematic.
Yeah.
If he doesn't expect Chrissy to be limping a ton of aces, of course she'll mix it in from time to time. King High remains the best hand. She's going to put him in a really tough spot.
Wonderfully orchestrated, considering the bet on the turn. Now how much on the river?
How much?
She will go with a pot-sized bet here.
Really brutal spot for Pads. And I know at home thinking, you just have King High.
I think it might be good. Give up 9-7 all.
A lot of potential bluffs.
9-6.
Pads is running through.
10-6. 10-6. Check out the 3. Ace-X. It didn't raise the 3. Bet it on the turn, and I'll pop it on the river. This is 10-6, Foxen, don't want to raise 4, don't want to see that turn, terrible this one. Ace-8, raise 4.
Pads does find the folds. Foxen back up to 8 million.
I loved hearing him go through
that
that
was
entire
cool.
hand and then settles on fold. And could just tell the way that hand ran out perfectly for Chrissy that he was going to be in a brutal spot with just King High. Heads up is a different animal, especially against these types of players that are at the highest level.
Suited.
From the players, dealers, last hand on level, and hand complete players on bridge, cards are back in 15 minutes.
Jack 10-8 with 2 diamonds. Pair of 8s for Foxen. Pads the open ender and the flush draw.
It's about as hard as you can hit it. with the 9 deuce of diamonds. Huge draw.
That's 150. Foxen calls. It does turn trips. And after check calling flop, Foxen will lead here on the turn.
I would imagine she'll mix in a variety of hands to lead with. It's not necessarily just trips.
Right.
Could have some jacks as well that would be value. And then there's plenty of bluffs. Although when you have Pad's hand, the 9 deuce of diamonds, you kind of block her from having those types of draws, right? He can just play his hand maybe straightforward in a way. Like, all right, I don't think you have a draw. You have value. But we're going to get to the river.
1.2 million in the middle. The river is a deuce.
Stone brick. Now let's find out. What was Pad's thinking? It would be another hero call type moment for Pads, assuming she does barrel once more.
Alex on the rail with Renlin.
It's also polarizing too, Jeff, where
425.
if he doesn't think she's going to ever value bet a 10, right? Probably it might knuckle on the turn. Maybe even a jack could knuckle on the river. What is this hand that she's betting on the turn and on the river with? Sort of smaller sizing. Is a deuce a hand he wants to call with? Never, no, just out. I think he read it great. Clearly.
I think you called Chrissy B chipleader.com and Alex chipleader.net because there's no chance or something like that. I don't know.
Close.
What's close to a full house? I hit the river. It was my river.
Did find the mallard on the river. Foxen King Jack. Pads a little over 10 bigs.
A little bit more, 165.
All of it. Pads has the ace-9 suited and
Okay.
will call, and here we go.
Good hand.
Pads the 60-40 favorite here. But if Foxen finds a way, this tournament is over.
Good luck.
She looks for her second PGT Majors win. And she'll need some more help after the 10-4-4 flop.
It's good to
True.
Oh, the turn
What?
is a queen. 12 outs for Foxen. You see them
You
on
have
the
my
top of
outs,
your
though.
screen
Huh?
You have my outs.
Yeah,
for
you
a
got a few
jack,
more.
ace, king, or 9.
Still got your own.
I do.
River card is a jack.
Tricky.
Good game.
She is her. Kristen Foxen has her first PokerGO Cup title.
Absolutely flawless performance from Chrissy. And Patrick Leonard, the runner-up. Reminder, these two players at one point were the shortest stacks at this final table. They found a way to grind it out and reach the top. And it's Kristen Foxen's moment. It's her tournament.
It's just another lesson that in a poker tournament, you can just never give up. A final look at the results presented by Monkey Till. David Peters out in 6th. Sergio Aido, winner of a previous PokerGO Cup event, eliminated in 5th. Erik Seidel entered with the chip lead, exited this tournament in 4th place. Jattin in 3rd, Pads in 2nd. Kristen Foxen has the win, and with that, more than $348,000. She takes 4th place in the overall series standings. There's some work to do, but we believe the cup is within reach for Foxen. Joey Weissman still leads the way in the race for the series championship. But Foxen's second PGT Majors win leaves her some hope. It leaves the door open as the race for the PokerGO Cup reaches its series finale. For our entire crew, for Brent Hanks, I'm Jeff Platt. We thank you all so much for watching. We remind you to tune in late tonight. It is a 1 a.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific start for the Circus Day 1 coverage of our 25K. Thanks so much for tuning in. Congratulations to Kristen Foxen, your event number 7 champion at the PokerGO Cup.